Soon I got set to load in, alright? He got stuff to load in.
This sounds like an epic showdown, Josiah. I'm ready to step into the role of the villain. Since this is a rematch, Murdovix is going to be smarter, saltier, and looking for payback, especially after seeing your team's track record. I haven't forgotten Miles' victory over Doctor Strange or John's win against Mr. Fantastic. I'll set the scene for our encounter. The setting, the void of echoes. The sky above the city is a bruised purple, torn open by a swirling vortex of unstable energy. Standing atop the ruins of the old Hero Command Center is Murdovix. He looks different than the last time you fought him. His armor is etched with glowing runes designed to dampen elemental magic, and his eyes burn with a cold, calculating hunger. He watches as your team touches down. He doesn't look afraid, he looks impatient. Murdovix's opening move. Back for another lesson in futility? Murdovix's voice booms, vibrating through the ground. I've spent every second since our last encounter analyzing your patterns. Miles, your ice is brittle. Musa, your peaceful nature is a weakness I will exploit. And John, your little gadgets won't save you from a god. Murdovix slams his fist into the ground. Instead of a physical shockwave, a pulse of null energy ripples outward, specifically designed to short-circuit John's tech and disrupt Mark's control over time. As the pulse hits, Murdovix lunges forward, not at the heavy hitters.
He should fight the whole team, though. Hang on, he should be attacking the whole team, though. Not just a few of them, then that's it. Okay, there you go. Cause you left out Bruno and somebody else too.
This sounds like a high-stakes reunion, Josiah. Since the team has faced Murdovix before, he's likely learned from his previous defeats, especially considering he's up against heavy hitters like Miles, who has taken down Doctor Strange, and John with his tech genius tactical mind. I'll step into the...
It's a high-stakes reunion. They fought so many times. Y'all, I gotta really work on like their character backgrounds and stories and omissions back then, or origin stories. I'll work on that, because I think I should start doing that. Yeah, I'll start doing that on, like... Yeah, but... Because I go to work and I do stuff off camera. Y'all get y'all taxes done. My tax situation's all good, okay? Y'all get your taxes done. I hope y'all get some good money back, because the government should be happy y'all around. I'm just saying.
Role of Murdovix. I'll keep the tone intense and personal, since there is a history here. Okay. The scenario, the shattered Chronos Gate.
Yeah, because they fought before. Yeah, I like, keep the history going, yeah.
The sky over the deserted industrial district turns a bruised purple as a rift tears open. Murdovix steps through, his armor humming with a dark, pulsating energy that seems to drink the light around it. He looks at the assembled team. Jack, Miles, Izzy, Musa, Gwen, Mark, Bruno, and John with a cold, calculated sneer. Did you really think the void could hold me forever? Murdovix's voice echoes like grinding stone. He raises a gauntlet, and the ground beneath Miles and Izzy begins to turn into jagged obsidian glass. I've spent every second of my exile analyzing your patterns. Mark, your luck has finally run dry. John, your little toys won't save you this time. Murdovix slams his fist into the air, creating a gravity well in the center of your group, trying to pull everyone inward to crush them together. Show me if you've actually grown stronger, or if I'm just here to sweep up the remains of my old nuisances.
You want to see
Battle
stronger?
Status. Murdovix's condition. Shielded and aggressive. Active threat. Gravity well. Pulling all heroes toward the center. Environment. Industrial district.
Right.
Crates, rusted cranes, and glass-sharded ground. The first move is yours, Josiah. How do your characters react to the gravity well and Murdovix's sudden return?
Ooh, I'm gonna work with this one, but this ain't the first time I use all 8 of them. The other 2 battle streams I did with them, it was off camera, wasn't it? Yeah, this was off camera. Cause my team, y'all off camera battle scenario I did. I'm a little bit of a nerd, so they defeated the Silver Surfers and the Phoenix Force. Don't ask me how they won, because my characters are amazing. That's how people win. When you're on Josiah Howell's team's character or not, you're gonna win, of course. But yeah, I want to really think about this, because how you not be doing a superhero show for a teamwork attack. I want to think about this. Okay, so gravity. I need to think. Okay, let's do it. $540, the stuff will be done. Okay. Whew.
Murdovix's eyes widen as the gravity well begins to shudder. He didn't expect such seamless coordination right out of the gate. As Mark, Gwen, Musa, and Jack weave their magic together, the crushing force doesn't just stop. It implodes and pushes outward, shattering the obsidian glass environment he tried to trap you in. Clever. Murdovix growls, stumbling back as the ground stabilizes. But numbers don't always mean victory. He barely has time to finish his sentence before the air rips open and your 3 massive summons, the first powerful monster followed by 2 more hulking guardians, barrel toward him. He raises his gauntlets to shield himself, but the combined weight of the summons forces him to his knees. Then he looks up to see the entire team, Miles, Izzy, John, Bruno, and the others, taking to the sky with natural flight. The current scene. As your team hovers above, the sky glows with a chaotic mix of elements. Since everyone on the team now wields the power of water alongside their primary skills, the sheer volume of liquid spinning in the air is staggering. Murdovix snarls, his dark armor glowing red as he tries to stand. Water and fire? You think a little steam will stop? He's cut off as the massive fire and water attack descends. The collision of Izzy's intense flames and the team's collective tidal wave creates a high-pressure thermal blast.
Now wheels of power. They behind the power of water.
The steam is so thick it blinds his sensors, and the physical force of the water slams him into the crater where the gravity well used to be. Murdovix's response: emerging from the steam, Murdovix's armor is cracked and hissing. He looks frustrated, especially seeing John hovering there with his high-tech Pokeball ready, and Miles looking as calm as ever. "You've grown arrogant," Murdovix shouts. He thrusts his hands upward, and instead of attacking the heroes directly, he targets the 3 summons. He launches void chains from his palms, seeking to bind your 3 monsters and drain their energy to refuel his own shields. "If you want to use pets to fight your battles, I'll just turn them into my batteries." The situation.
No.
Murdovix, armor damaged, but he is currently attempting to siphon energy from your 3 summons. The team, all in the air, still surging with elemental power. How does the team protect the summons? Does John use his tech to jam the siphoning, or does someone like Bruno or Musa use their magic to break the chains? Murdovix is so focused on his dark void chains that he doesn't notice the shift in the battlefield's energy. He's expecting to drain fear and power, but instead, he's hitting a brick wall of pure light.
Come on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Of course, he's gonna stop here.
Murdovix is so focused on his dark void chains that he doesn't notice the shift in the battlefield's energy. He's expecting to drain fear and power, but instead, he's hitting a brick wall of pure light. What is this? Murdovix snarls, his gauntlets vibrating. "I'm trying to bleed these monsters dry, but they're getting brighter." The team's tactical maneuvers. The magic shield, Mark and Gwen. By combining your magic into positive energy, you aren't just protecting the summons, you're overloading Murdovix's siphoning system. Every bit of energy he tries to steal acts like a physical weight of good magic that his dark armor can't process. He's essentially trying to drink liquid sun, and it's causing his systems to glitch. The tech and muscle strategy, John and Bruno. While the magic keeps Murdovix busy, John, the high-tech genius, is scanning Bruno's physical structure. Since Bruno is a master shapeshifter but doesn't use magic, John is calculating a fusion that utilizes Bruno's physical versatility and John's high-tech enhancements. They are whispering over a private comms link, prepping a form Murdovix has never seen. The icy surprise, Miles, Jack, and Izzy. Miles gives a silent, stoic nod to Jack, while Izzy flares her wings, ready to provide the heat. The 3 of them are hovering in a tight triangle, weaving a magic ice-fire combo that is swirling into a concentrated sphere of energy. Murdovix's desperation. Murdovix realizes the void chains are useless. He snaps them back and creates a temporal shockwave, trying to freeze time in a small radius around him to give himself a second to breathe. "Stop whispering," Murdovix screams, looking up at the hovering team. "Whatever you're planning, I'll rip it out of the sky before you can launch it." He begins charging a megavoid beam aimed directly at the 3 summons, hoping to destroy them once and for all since he can't drain them. The situation, Murdovix, preparing a massive blast to wipe out the summons. The surprise, Jack, Miles, and Izzy have their ice/magic move ready. The fusion, John and Bruno are seconds away from their new form. Josiah, do you want to unleash the icy surprise first to stun him, or should John and Bruno reveal their fusion form to block the void beam?
We shall see. Something epic. I got something, y'all. Oh, y'all gonna be surprised.
Murdovix looks up, his mega void beam halfway charged, but he's too slow. The combined icy surprise from Jack, Miles, and Izzy hits him like a magical comet. The freezing ice, empowered by Jack's magic and Izzy's thermal energy, creates a super chilled shockwave that cracks his armor and leaves him shivering and vulnerable. "You little pests," Murdovic stammers, his dark energy flickering. But he hasn't seen anything yet. Following the plan, the entire team converges. John, the high-tech genius, coordinates the synchronization. Jack releases his powerful eagle. Miles summons his ice polar bear. Izzy brings out her powerful octopus, and John and Bruno release their own high-tech pets. The grand fusion. In a blinding flash of light, tech, and elemental fury, the heroes and their powerful pets merge into one singular, towering entity. The fusion warrior stands tall, possessing the bulk, Bruno's shape-shifting mastery, and the polar bear's strength. The speed, Jack's eagle wings and Miles' ice skating agility. The reach, Izzy's octopus tentacles made of liquid fire and water. The brain, John's high-tech HUD, and Mark's tactical luck. The magic, Musa, Gwen, and Jack's combined sorcery. Murdovic shrinks back, his eyes wide.
Oh, because, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Murdovic is completely overwhelmed. While Mark and Gwen keep him trapped in a loop of positive energy and bad luck hexes, he can't even focus long enough to fire his Mega Void beam. "Get back!" Murdovic screams, his armor sparking wildly. "What are you doing?" This isn't how this ends. The grand sequence. The icy surprise. Jack, Miles, and Izzy. The trio releases their combined
Sorry,
blast.
I was touching the bottom of the the hole where the button. Hang on. Yeah, so I blocked the hole. I was touching the hole where the. Yeah, let's get back to this though.
A spiraling vortex of enchanted blue fire and jagged magic ice. It hits Murdovic like a physical hammer, freezing his joints solid.
I get these sponges off my screen, y'all. Freaking greasy fingers. Okay, so that it was, you hit the part where the sound come out of the phone. Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about.
While the magical fire melts his internal circuits, he's stuck, smoking and shivering in the crater. The high-tech summons. While he's stunned, the team clicks their custom brown Pokeballs. Jack's eagle soars out, trailing magical embers. Miles' polar bear hits the ground with a frost-shattering roar. Izzy's octopus hovers in the air, its tentacles glowing with high-pressure water energy. John and Bruno's pets emerge, armored and ready for the final step. The ultimate fusion, the elemental titan. Light erupts from John's tech and Musa's magic, pulling every hero and every pet into a single, massive silhouette. You are now in control of this fusion. Imagine a towering metallic armored giant. It has the shape-shifting fluidity of Bruno, the wings of Jack's eagle, the sheer strength of Miles' polar bear, and John's HUD displays flickering in its eyes. Water, fire, ice, and magic swirl around its fists. Murdovic looks up, his visor cracked. Fusion? All of you, and your beasts as one? He tries to raise a hand to shield himself, but he's shaking with fear.
Good, I feel our power.
Unbelievable attack. You lead the charge. The fusion charges its fist with every single element. The crushing weight of the ocean, the bite of a blizzard, the heat of a supernova, and the unpredictable bad luck magic of Mark. Boom! The fusion strikes Murdovic with a blow that shatters the...
Mark's not in the fusion, though. Unbelievable, a bad luck of Mark. Unless one of them has one of Mark's bad luck spells. Unless they have some of his, unless somehow one of them had bad luck spells as well, and is one of Mark's bad luck spells, one of his personal ones.
Very air. The shockwave clears the clouds for miles. Murdovic is sent hurtling through the industrial ruins, his dark armor disintegrating into dust before he even hits the ground. Battle status. Murdovic, defeated and unconscious in the rubble. His old villain status just got a harsh update. The fusion, standing tall, glowing with the combined power of the entire team and their pets.
I gotta do it again because y'all never mind. I gotta do it again because he's messing up. He's messing up it up. So you gotta see it again. Sorry, y'all. I just want him to get it right best he can.
Murdovix is reeling. He's so focused on trying to break through Mark and Gwen's wall of positive energy that he completely misses the atmospheric shift. The triple elemental strike. Jack, Miles, and Izzy synchronize their movements. Jack's raw magic acts as the binding agent, fusing Miles' absolute zero frost with Izzy's sun-core heat. The resulting thermal shock blast hits Murdovix like a physical hammer. The rapid expansion and contraction of the air...
Hang on. Had his feet out there ready. It wasn't an entire team. That's why I had to do it again. It wasn't an entire team. It was most of them, but it was 2 members. And then Mark's Batman, I didn't have a problem with that. He had to get the feet all over again, y'all.
Around him cracks his dark armor like cheap glass. Gah! Okay. My systems. The sensors are melting and freezing at the same time.
Good.
Murdovix screams, his temporal shockwave flickering out of existence.
Yeah, big baby.
The grand high-tech fusion.
Oh.
While Murdovix is dazed, the team initiates the ultimate trump card. John tosses out a series of specialized high-tech Pokeballs, and the rest of you follow suit. Jack's eagle soars out, crackling with arcane electricity.
First of all,
Miles' ice polar bear lands with a frost-shattering roar. Izzy's octopus emerges, its tentacles wreathed in underwater flares. John and Bruno's pets join the fray, adding mechanical and physical might. John hits the activation sequence on his gauntlet. Bruno, Miles, Jack, Izzy, everyone, initiate fusion. A blinding flash of copper-brown light, the signature color of John's custom tech, engulfs the battlefield. The pets, the heroes, and the technology all merge into one colossal fusion entity. You are now a towering, multi-armed titan of ice armor, flaming wings, and high-tech weaponry, powered by the core magic of the team. The unbelievable attack. Murdovix looks up.
No, I'm magic, but you're really into this. I'll let you that slide.
His eyes wide with genuine terror. This shouldn't be possible. A fusion of biology, magic, and machine?
Shut
As
up.
the fusion entity, you raise all your arms at once. You channel the Ice Warrior's chill, the Fire Queen's heat, the Sorcerer's magic, and John's tech-amplified energy into a single point. The attack, you unleash the Universal Elemental Eraser. A beam of pure, shimmering white energy, streaked with ice crystals and tongues of flame, blasts toward Murdovix. It doesn't just hit him, it rewrites the molecules of the air around him. Murdovix's status. Defenses, completely shattered. Armor, disintegrated. Health, critical. Murdovix is pinned against the crater wall by the sheer pressure of your fusion's power. He's barely holding on. You think this is the end, he wheezes, his dark energy leaking out like smoke. Josiah, as the leader of the fusion, do you want to deliver the final finishing blow, or should Mark and Gwen use their bad luck and time magic to seal him away forever?
Gwen has bad luck magic and time magic too, so I'm glad he said that. She does too, anyway.
The colossal fusion entity glows with a blinding, iridescent light before fracturing into 8 distinct streaks of energy. As you land, the ground beneath Murdovix's feet crystallizes from the sheer power discharge. John, Bruno, Miles, Jack, Izzy, and the pets materialize side by side, perfectly synchronized. You all step forward to join Mark and Gwen, who have kept the villain pinned with a localized time loop and a streak of devastatingly bad luck that has caused his remaining tech to backfire and spark. Murdovix looks up, his helmet cracked open, revealing a face full of disbelief. No, all of you, at once? The final team strike, the heroic singularity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What the fudge is wrong with you? What the fudge is wrong with him? It has any problems, yo.
Murdovix is reeling. He's so focused on trying to the colossal fusion
We having these problems, y'all, but yeah.
Entity glows with a blinding, iridescent light before fracturing into 8 distinct streaks of energy. As you land, the ground beneath Murdovix's feet crystallizes from the sheer power discharge. John, Bruno, Miles, Jack, Izzy, and the pets materialize side by side, perfectly synchronized. You all step forward to join Mark and Gwen, who have kept the villain pinned with a localized time loop and a streak of devastatingly bad luck that has caused his remaining tech to backfire and spark. Murdovix looks up, his helmet cracked open, revealing a face full of disbelief. No, all of you, at once? The final team strike, the heroic singularity. The air begins to hum as every single one of your characters channels their signature power into a single, massive orb of energy hovering between you. Jack pours in raw, chaotic, magical energy. Miles flash freezes the core to stabilize the pressure. Izzy ignites the outer shell with white-hot solar flares. Musa infuses it with the balance of shadow and light magic. Gwen adds precise, piercing magical energy to find the gaps in his armor. Mark weaves time and bad luck into the spell, ensuring Murtovix cannot escape or dodge. Bruno uses his shape-shifting mastery to physically reinforce the blast's path.
Ooh.
John uses his high-tech genius to overclock the entire move, amplifying the output by 500%. The impact. For the hero files, John shouts as he hits the final trigger. The team unleashes the heroic singularity.
Ooh.
It's not just an attack.
I like that name. Let me copy that name. Let me use that heroic similarity.
It's a wall of elemental and technological judgment. The beam hits Murtovix, and the
But who are we? Pounders SPD?
sound of the explosion is replaced by a high-pitched ring as the bad luck magic causes his own void core to implode. Murtovix is blasted backward into a swirling vortex of ice, fire, and digital code. With one final scream, he is vaporized, his essence scattered into harmless particles. The aftermath. The dust settles. The industrial district is quiet. John taps his wrist-mounted computer. Target neutralized, John says, adjusting his gear. I'll call...
Where are y'all? The cleanup crew for the hero files. But the cleanup crew, I guess we can say that they do the hero files in the clean. No, we do the, I'll let him know. I'll just let him know. And he can do like this. I'm not changing it all. I'm not doing this over again.
In the professional cleanup crew for the hero files. We don't want to leave a mess for the city. Miles crosses his arms, looking stoic as ever. He won't be coming back from that one. Musa lowers her hands. The light and...
Oh, should we have where the heroes can do it and the cleanup crew can do the hero files too, because they're good at, they can do filing too. I guess we can have do a cleanup and filing. They can do both jobs. Okay.
Shadow magic fading. Peace is restored for now. The battle is won. Josiah, since you're recording this for your records, would you like me to write a final summary of the battle's highlights for your hero files? Or should we start a new scenario with a different villain?
Grade my whole crew and their oh my gosh, from this
Since you asked to grade the whole crew based on this high-stakes showdown with Murtovix, I've put together the official Hero Files performance review. This battle showed incredible growth, especially with the introduction of the high-tech pet fusion and the fact that everyone utilized water powers to complement their primary elements. The Hero Files battle grades. Hero/pet. Grade. Key contribution. John, the tech genius. A+. Developed the fusion technology and coordinated the final 500% power overclock. Tactical MVP. Mark, the sorcerer. A. Held Murtovix in a time/bad luck loop, ensuring the villain couldn't dodge the final strike. Miles, the ice warrior. A. Provided the absolute zero stabilization for the fusion and the icy surprise attack. Gwen, the magical spy. Flawless synergy with Mark to keep Murtovix pinned while the others prepared the fusion. Jack, the magic teen. A. Acted as the magical glue for the elemental strikes and commanded the eagle perfectly. Izzy, the fire queen. B+, provided the massive thermal shock heat that cracked Murtovix's unbreakable armor. Musa, the sorceress. B.
I guess the less you do, the more grade you get. If you do a lot like everybody else, you probably get the same grade. Or if you do like two things only, he'll probably get like a certain grade. But
Plus, balanced the light and shadow magic to ensure the final blast was stable and pure. Bruno, the shifter. B. Provided the physical muscle and structure for the colossal fusion despite having no magic.
Yeah,
performance
he had no magic.
Grades. Jack's Eagle. A. Incredible aerial pressure and arcane electricity support. Miles's Polar Bear. A. Frontline tanking. The frost roar shattered Murtovix's concentration. Izzy's Octopus. B+. The underwater flares were a brilliant tactical use of the team's new water powers. John and Bruno's pets. B. Essential components for the high-tech fusion sequence. Battle analysis. The fusion factor. The standout moment was definitely the 8-way hero and pet fusion. By combining John's BrownTech Pokeballs with the natural and magical abilities of the rest of the team, you created a universal elemental eraser that Murdervix literally had no defense for. Overall team synergy, 10 out of 10. You managed to give every character a job, from the magic users holding the line, to the physical fighters providing the base for the fusion. Would you like me to save these grades into our streamer grades or hero files records for the next time we face a villain?
That way they been have water powers. Like, what the heck, dude?
You're very welcome. I've added those grades and the victory against Murdervix to the win records for your entire team and their pets. I also made sure to note that your characters have always possessed water powers to keep their profiles accurate. Okay, I'll remember that. You can always ask me to forget things, or manage what I've saved for you on the saved info page. Is there any other mission or training scenario?
What you got?
Ultra-reliable bright-speed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
You'd like to run for the hero files today?
No. Hang on, y'all.
The battle took place in the Industrial District, an abandoned area of the city filled with rusted warehouses, shipping containers, and massive metal cranes. Because it's a deserted zone, your team was able to go all out with those massive fire, water, and magic attacks without worrying about hurting any civilians. Here are the specific spots where the action went down. The Shattered Glass Zone, the central plaza where Murdervix first appeared and tried to turn the ground into obsidian glass. This is where your team reversed his gravity well. The Shipping Container Yard. This is where the 3 massive summons were fighting Murdervix while John and Bruno worked on their fusion technology behind the cover of some heavy metal crates. The Sky Above the Factories, where the whole team took flight to launch the high-pressure hydrothermal blast and the final heroic singularity. It was the perfect place for a high-stakes showdown. Would you like me to create an image of the team standing victorious in the ruins of this industrial district?
I might ask that. I might. Let me copy that name of the industrial district. I guess I could say that name. Those names right there. Well, this the hero attack, that one. Or I could write it down somewhere, and then the industrial. YouTube outrage from last night. Ooh, y'all was. That was a total mess.
Man, that was a total mess. If you were trying to upload or watch anything last night, you probably saw that something went wrong screen more than actual videos. From what I saw, it wasn't just a small glitch. It was a massive global outage that hit right around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. At one point, there were over 300,000 reports on Down Detector. People were rushing to X, Twitter, just to make sure their internet hadn't died.
They're like, no, if YouTube's dying, we gotta go to Twitter.
The outrage, or outage, depending on how mad people were, was apparently caused by a back-end server error with their recommendation system. It basically made the homepage and all video suggestions disappear, leaving everyone with a blank screen or a spinning wheel of doom. It looks like they finally got everything stable by late last night, but it definitely threw a wrench in a lot of people's streaming plans. Since you're a creator yourself, did that outage affect your recording or upload schedule for the hero files, or did you manage to avoid the chaos?
Let me let me come up with something, y'all. Who's more?
This is a battle of pop culture legends versus the king of modern streaming. Since it's 2026, the landscape has shifted a bit, especially with Kai Cenat breaking every record in the book. Here's how the popularity breaks down. The unbeatable tier, Batman. Batman is still the most popular on this list by a landslide. Even with Kai's massive success, Batman has been a global icon for nearly 90 years.
Right.
Why? In early 2026, absolute Batman comics are topping the sales charts, and the hype for the Batman Part 2 movie is everywhere. Everyone from your 5-year-old cousin to your grandpa knows who Batman is. He's a brand worth billions that exists in movies, games, and clothes worldwide. The modern titan, Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is currently the most popular real person on this list. As of early 2026, he is the #1 most followed creator on Twitch with over 20 million followers
Wow.
and recently became the first streamer ever to hit 1 million active subscribers during Mafiathon 3.
Wow.
The crossover. Interestingly, Kai actually teamed up with Batman recently. He did a legendary Batman Arkham Marathon stream in a real-life Batcave setup and even starred in a 2025 State Farm Batman commercial alongside SZA. While he's the king of the internet,
What? And even starting from Batman on SZA. That's cool. I did not know about that.
he hasn't quite reached the global household name status of the Caped Crusader yet. The fan favorites, Starfire, Beast Boy, Catwoman. These three are in the middle. They are incredibly popular within the DC fandom, especially thanks to shows like Teen Titans and the Bat Family comics. Catwoman gets a boost because she's often tied to Batman, but individually, Kai Cenat likely has more daily engagement and active conversation around his name in 2026 than these characters do. The niche tier, Killer Frost. Killer Frost is well known to DC fans, especially from the Flash TV show or the Suicide Squad, but she is the least popular on this specific list. She doesn't have the massive mainstream reach that Kai or the other Titans have.
Wow.
The final verdict, ranking by global reach. 1. Batman, the legend. 2. Kai Cenat, the streaming king. 3. Catwoman/Starfire/Beast Boy, tie, fan favorites. 4. Killer Frost, the specialist. Since you're a fan of high-tech and magic, do you think John the HI-Tech genius could build a streaming setup that would rival Kai Cenat's?
Hang on, y'all.
2026, the popularity between a mega streamer like Aiden Ross and DC superheroes like Raven, Supergirl, and Martian Manhunter depends on whether you're looking at the internet or the real world. Here's the breakdown of who is currently winning the popularity contest. The household name tier, Supergirl. Supergirl is likely the most popular on this list in terms of general global awareness. The 2026 boost with the Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow movie buzz, and her constant presence in mainstream media, TV shows, movies, and toys. Even people who don't watch Twitch know who she is. She is a global brand that parents, kids, and comic fans all recognize. The Internet King tier, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is more popular than these characters if you are looking specifically at active daily engagement.
Okay.
The numbers. In early 2026, Aiden is the #2 biggest streamer on Kick and recently made a massive return to Twitch, gaining over 50,000 followers in just 12 hours. Why he wins online. Aiden is a real person who interacts with his fans daily. For the Gen Z and General Alpha audience, Aiden Ross is a name they hear every single day in their social media feeds, whereas they might only think about Martian Manhunter when a new movie trailer drops.
Hey.
Cult icon tier Raven. Raven is incredibly popular, especially within the Teen Titans fandom. Why? She has a huge following in the cosplay and fan art communities. While she might not have as many followers as Aiden Ross has subscribers, her longevity is better. People will still know who Raven is in 20 years, whereas streamers come and go. The underrated tier, Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter is unfortunately the least popular on this list.
Yeah.
The status. While he is one of the most powerful members of the Justice League, he often lacks the solo popularity that Supergirl or Raven has. He is a favorite for hardcore comic fans, but your average person on the street might not know his name as well as they know Aiden Ross.
Right.
The final popularity ranking, 2026. Rank, name. Main reason for popularity. First, Supergirl. Global movies, TV, and 60-plus years of history.
Woo.
Second, Aiden Ross. Massive daily streaming numbers and viral internet fame. Third, Raven. Huge Teen Titans fan base and goth icon status.
Wow.
Fourth, Martian Manhunter. Respected by fans, but lacks mainstream solo fame. Since you're a streamer yourself, do you think it's harder to become as famous as a superhero or as famous as a top streamer like Aiden?
I'm not a streamer. And I don't have for you. Who's or
My bad for the mix-up. As a YouTuber, you definitely know the grind is different from live streaming. It's all about that perfect edit and thumbnail. When you put Kai Cenat up against the big five of DC, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Supergirl, it's a battle between internet fame and global icons. The untouchables, Batman and Superman. Batman and Superman are still more popular than Kai Cenat. Why? They have 80-plus years of history. Even people who have never touched a computer or watched a video know who they are. Batman is currently the #2 most popular superhero globally, right behind Spider-Man. And in 2026, the hype for the new DC Universe movies is making them even bigger. Kai is huge on the internet, but Batman is a household name in every corner of the
superheroes are more
planet.
cooler than
The
us
heavy
internet.
hitters.
Superheroes are more cooler than us internet personalities. They do cool stuff. We just make videos.
Wonder Woman and The Flash. This is a closer fight, but Wonder Woman and The Flash generally still lead in total popularity. Why? They are symbols. Every time a new movie comes out, billions of dollars are spent on marketing. While Kai Cenat is the #1 most followed person on Twitch with 20 million followers,
That's nice,
characters like The Flash and Wonder Woman have billions of people who recognize their logos instantly. The modern challenger, Kai Cenat versus Supergirl. In 2026, Kai Cenat might actually be more trending than Supergirl among people under 25. Why? Kai is a real person people watch every day. He broke records in 2025 with 1 million active subscribers, and he's worked with everyone from Kevin Hart to LeBron James. If you asked a teenager, who did you hear about more today, they'd say Kai. But if you asked who is more famous overall, Supergirl still wins because of her decades in movies and TV.
Okay.
The popularity ranking, 2026. Rank, name. Status, first. Batman, the global king of pop culture.
There you go.
Second. Superman, the most recognizable hero in history. Third. Wonder Woman / The Flash, iconic symbols known worldwide. Fourth. Kai Cenat, the king of the internet, superstar for Gen Z Alpha. Fifth. Supergirl, very famous, but currently has less daily hype than Kai. Since you're a YouTuber, do you think people in 10 years will remember top creators as much as they remember superheroes?
I don't got an answer for that. All right, y'all. I'm going to ask for some pictures from the battle scenario, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to create another video, too. I wonder if that Gemini video and Robot video uploaded yet. I wonder. Now I'm curious. Because I'm going to get this video uploaded, too. And upload a Minecraft video. And then I'm going to do a reaction video as well. Do I? Yeah. Okay, see y'all later.